I'm hanging out with Shaggy. How you doing, sir?
Very good, man.
Thank you so much for sitting down and talking to me.
Man. Nice.
All right, how's life, man? Now after dude, you have, I think you've done it all, bro. Aside Grammy-winning records.
We're nominated for a new Grammy right now for a reggae album.
How does that feel?
Great. Not last Grammy, the Grammy before, we're also nominated for Summer in Kingston, which is another it was an EP I did. So fingers crossed, we'll see if we get it. But we're back now on the scene, doing some great pop music, and I Need Your Love, Habibi Love.
Habibi. And you know what? When I first discovered the record, I was like, I Need Your Love, this is Habibi.
Yeah.
And Habibi does very well in Europe. It's something that I first heard of on YouTube. Like, dude, one of the videos had 13 million hits.
Yeah, with 13 million. The first week we're at 1 million.
Wow.
On the first week. So it's just one of those songs that's very infectious. And it's just a cool song. It works for the summer. People really love it. And we're here grinding away.
A lot of beautiful ladies in the video.
Oh, yeah, you like that, right?
I love it.
We shot it in Spain.
I was like, this is the Shaggy that I like.
Yeah, on the boat, we in Spain, ladies on there. And then, funny enough, I came out of the airport, and we only had that one day to shoot it because I was on tour. And so I landed the morning. They filmed us. If you see the video, they're shooting us coming out, of the airport on the plane. And then we ended up going on the boat and filming. And then he's like, I want to do catch-up shots at the show. And I'm like, yo, knock yourself out. And
the show was crazy.
The show was crazy.
I saw all the flags. I saw all of that.
That's reggae shows, though. They love their flags.
And one of the things, you do a lot of shows. How do you manage just to stay, like, do you sleep?
I always say there'd be enough time to sleep when you're dead. Why you sleep? You miss out on life.
Man,
it is so much that's going on that, that's boring.
That's true.
I just go until I crash.
That's
when my body just gives out and I can't do it anymore, and then I get a couple of hours and I'm back up again.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And that's how long you've been. That's how you've been successful in the game. And if you could tell people, you've been doing music for 20 plus years, still relevant, still doing big things.
Thank you.
What's the secret? What's the secret, bro?
I think the secret is, one, never to take yourself too serious. I think always trying new stuff. The biggest thing I always say, I get bored of me before you will ever get bored of me. Do you get what I'm saying?
I get it.
So I always try different things and move. I took myself totally out of mainstream and went straight underground reggae and dancehall because that to me was hot and it was exciting and it was challenging, And now that I'm here, I'm with a project that I'm excited about. I'm working with people, from Brooklyn Nice, Sony Reb, that I think, are passionate about it. You know what I mean? My management team is passionate about it. It's just a whole new crew, and so it feels exciting. So I think we're gonna really do it because we're all excited about it.
Touching on so many different things you've been capable of. I mean, one of my personal favorites with Arash, Dunya.
Yeah.
How did that come together? Can you just share how did that came together?
I think I knew his manager, and the manager got in touch with me about doing a record. And I had to do a little bit of research to know who Arash was. And he was an Iranian guy, he lived in Europe. And then I met him, and we just kicked it off right away. He was like the easiest, coolest dude, and we just rocked the record. We did the video. The video had talk about women in that video. Oh my God, you know what I mean? And he's just one of the hardest working guys, and a great song. And to this day, everywhere I go, I get love from a lot of Persians because of that record.
bro, people are. I love Shaggy.
Yeah.
When that record first came out in 2008, people were like, Arash did a record with Shaggy. I can't believe it. Oh my God.
It did open me up to that whole market where people just really, got into it.
And I think that's the awesome thing that makes you versatile. And that's why I want to ask you this question, because you've been doing it all. Music today, I don't know, from what it used to be, it's not the same. Sometimes I think that I miss the energy in music. And in your opinion, what can we do to get music, I don't know, the way it was?
I don't think you'll ever get it back the way it was. I think everything evolves as it goes down. I certainly wouldn't want music the way it was again, because then it'd be stagnant, and I hate being stagnant. I think you need new energies, and it goes through a cycle. You'll get a period where it's really shitty music, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then it'll go into a cycle where it'll start to get good, and then it might go to a cycle where it'd be great. But it's always going to be something. There's nothing new in music. You can't. It's 7 notes: do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. It's, you know, every melody has already been done. It's like you say, don't worry, be happy. That was back in the 80s.
Yeah.
And then now you got Pharrell comes with Happy.
That's true.
It's the same record. It really says the same thing, but at the end of the day, these kids don't know Don't Worry Be Happy, the Bobby McFerrin record. They don't, what record is that? They just know Pharrell's Happy.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, there's nothing new. It's just new to this generation. Do you get what I'm saying? So, I'll recycle some old joint that they don't even know the original.
That's true.
You know what I mean? But to these new kids, wow, that's the hottest thing. He's so fresh. I can't believe he came up with that. Nah, John, that was created years ago back in the 70s. Your ass wasn't born yet. And it's a good that you can reset. And I urge every new artist to go back and look at the older catalog. Because you get great ideas from that. You know what I mean? That's why every musician should be like, when I was doing music, I was a researcher. I got into old joints. I love the Marvin Gayes. I love the Stevie Wonders. I love the Etta James. I love all those old records. I love the Jimmy Cliff, the Bob Marleys. I get these older joints because you don't know where you're going unless you know where you're coming from. You know what I'm saying? And just knowing that and loving that makes you make better music going forward.
That's well said.
And then you make longevity music, classics, because those records are such classic that you have a sense of making classic, that in the records going forward, they'll be classics.
Safe to say, you have made classics.
Thank you.
We don't need to talk about it. We already know. My next question is almost done. I know you got stuff. What's the next? I mean, I know the single's done. What's the next big step for Shaggy?
Well, right now we're just excited working the single. There's a lot. We're always touring. There's a lot of tour offers. We're gonna go to Australia in March, but we got to keep the calendar a little bit open right now because we're promoting this record, and we might pop up in a city near you. Doing a lot of these radio events and club gigs and just really get the record into the people. So we got to keep the calendar open. But it's just an exciting time, man. It's this record and this ride that we're on right now. It feels really good.
And for the people that don't know, what can they expect from a Shaggy show?
Well, I would say for Shaggy show, make sure you wear something comfortable. Wear comfortable shoes, because you will be dancing. You know what I mean? I personally like the ladies to be up in the front. Please, dudes, don't come to the front of my show trying to make me dap. Ladies, wear as little amount of clothes as possible.
I like it already.
I will not have any objection.
Me neither.
And we have, there's classic amount of records that they're going to love. You know what I mean? When you start hearing these records, you're going to be like, oh my God, that's my jam. Oh my God, I got pregnant to that one. Oh my God, I got married to that one. Oh, he cheated on me on that one.
Wasn't me.
Wasn't me, you know what I mean?
Last
so,
thing.
Yeah.
All right, I promised the Persian fans, they love you have, with you doing the Persian music.
Yeah.
I gotta teach you a little bit of Persian for the ladies.
Here we go.
For the ladies. So, typical thing you say is Khubi, that means how are you?
Khubi.
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 And
Khubi Habibi.
There you go. And then when you see, I'm telling you, you're a cultural man, my friend.
Khubi Habibi.
When you see pretty good.
They say, I'm telling you, there's a whole bunch of Persian women that's pregnant right now. Khubi Habibi.
And if you see a pretty lady.
If you see a pretty lady, what now?
You see a Persian lady, you go June.
June. What is June? What
June
mean?
means like dear, like sweet, but for ladies.
June.
There you go. And then if you see a guy, you see your boys, you say Chetori.
What's that?
Like, how are you? What's up?
I ain't trying to say hi to your boys.
That's okay. Then we ain't gonna talk about
it. If she got a man, I ain't trying to say nothing to her man. Care less about her man. June.
Last thing you need to say is Khayli Mardi.
What's that?
that means you're the man, and we say it all over the
Haley Maddie.
Haley Mardi.
Haley Maddie.
Perfect. Shaggy, you are the man. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
You
man.
have a great
Appreciate
time.
it, man.
Thank you so much for stopping by.
Salute every time.
And I'd love to come to your shows and see the ladies.
Always.
Habibi.
Yeah. Habibi. June.